Hey, this is the Maritime Report giving you a recap of the Mariners versus Yankees. That's it. Recap over. No, really. Do I need to show up for the rest of this time? Because honestly, the Mariners didn't. Our offense was god awful. It frustrates me to no end how god awful our hitting is. Julio, where are you? Seriously, I cannot understand it. What is wrong with our top three hitters? Donovan doesn't count because he's mainly just a get on base sort of guy, and he's been great. But Cal, Julio, Josh, it's like you don't show up. I do not understand it. Is it just the fact that we play an amazing Yankees pitching staff? Is that it? Can we not play well against Yankees staff or any other good pitching staff for that matter? Going over things game by game, it's well. The first game, even though we won, it still leaves a lot to be desired. Castillo on the mound, solid game. 6 scoreless innings, and then Cal actually hitting a walk-off single in the ninth. It does reaffirm the fact that Cal Raleigh is an amazing player once we're in the clutch. Most of the time. But overall, the pitcher duel in the first game was pretty good. Wasn't until the 7th that we gave up a run to I think it was Giancarlo Stanton, which left the game tied late, and thankfully our defense really showed up in the ninth, and I do applaud them for that. And getting base runners at least through walks seemed to be strong in the first game. And I thought this was going to be, the pace of this whole series, that we were just going to be having solid pitching all around, and we're going to come up really good in the clutch. Then game 2 happened. Again, should I even do the rest of this one? Because this was god-awful. 2 runs in the first inning. Gilbert might lose his spot on the starting lineup if this continues, because not one quality start against 2 admittedly really good opponents is not good enough. And I didn't exactly know how we would deal with Max Fried. He's one of the best pitchers in the league. But there were some serious questions about their bullpen and how they would just take over once Fried was done. When was Fried going to be done? 7 scoreless innings and 3 hits. It really does baffle me how atrocious our offense is. Or maybe it's the other way around. The Yankees pitching staff is just really good. Dare I say, the best in the league. And that's going to be a major problem going forward. Not just for us, but for everyone. The evil empire has been like this forever. The Mariners' offense in the second game, 4 hits, and none of them were extra bases at all. Not a single double. We only had walks and some base hits. But no one reached third base. We can't really rely on our hitting that well, can we? Oh, but then comes game 3. Somehow we can rely on our hitting. In garbage time, we can give the Yankees bullpen a save. I know Schlittler is great and all, and he pitched another quality start, 6.1 scoreless innings and 7 strikeouts, by the way. And I did read a stat. I think our last 15 were retired in between runs, or in between hits. But what really sealed the deal was Paul Goldschmidt getting a heater, 3-run home run off of George Kirby. And I looked at it, and I think the broadcast actually said it. The home run didn't come off of Goldschmidt's bat. It came out of Kirby's glove. And that's not something we need in 6th, 7th, 8th innings, giving those up and relying on our bullpen to really clutch it out. I think our momentum by that point was just dead. Late rallies by Canzone, Donovan, and I think Rivas got in there as well. And Cole Young, bless him that he's on the team playing second base. Don't change anything. But the bottom of our rotation might become the top if our hitting continues to be as bad as it was and as bad as it has been for almost the entire season. Like I said, the Yankees pitching rotation is just outright ridiculous. I mean, Fried and Schlittler dominated in games 2 and 3. And while the starters are normally very dominant early, they just need to do the bare minimum somehow against us. But the Yankees, they don't need huge offense. Because if their starters are pitching like quality plus starts, then no runs are going to be scored in the first 6 innings, allowing other teams to really have to play catch up. As from what we saw from the Mariners, at least some positives I can say. Our pitching is still good. Even with Gilbert kind of screwing the pooch, it's not that bad. Castillo had a strong start. Kirby was solid enough through 6 innings. Except for that home run. But our offense is so inconsistent. And if we can't get hot, it's not going to come together. And I hate how this is how we're starting the season. Yeah, 7 games in. But honestly, it feels like we should be way better than this. I mean, we made the ALCS last year. I know I'm really grasping at straws and really not talking a lot about the Mariners' positives. Hey, I just talked about their pitching and their hitting woes. And I hope that once J.P. Crawford comes back from injury, our hitting can be just a little more consistent. Because I can't rely on our cleanup hitter. I don't know if I can rely much on Raley, even though he's hit 3 home runs. If Raley's just hitting the solo home runs, I see his usefulness on the team as really plummeting. We need to step it up big time. We need to show the league that last season was not a fluke. We need to do something special. We have the pieces. We just need the support. We've shown ourselves to be competitive in these games. However, we are nigh frustrating. I mean, have you seen my streams? How pissed I get when our top performers keep on striking out and swinging when they don't need to, and Raleigh challenging pitches that shouldn't be challenged. The Yankees are still really balanced. Dominant pitching, good enough hitting to keep them competitive. But the bottom line is, the Mariners can hang, but their offense needs to get it together. And like I said, Julio, kind of rests on you. I know you're batting number 3, but I feel like you are the backbone of our offense. You can get the hits. You can maybe get the home runs. But I feel like if you don't start off on a good foot with hitting, it's going to be all for naught. Hopefully, with the series against the Angels, maybe we can just beat up on them. Overall, this is a frustrating series. Sorry I'm not usually my positive self in it, but this was just frustrating. Especially it had to go be against the Yankees. It's a morale killer. I'll just say it bluntly. That's going to be it for this quick recap of the Yankees series with the Maritime Report. I really do appreciate you watching these videos and my live streams. It really does mean the world to me, as I am running on no sponsorships, no ads, just purely for the love of baseball, as I've said multiple times. And I also try to balance my regular life time, as I do have work outside of doing this. It really does mean a lot to me. If you would like and subscribe, I do try to stream as many Mariner games as I can. Yep. So I hope to see you tomorrow, April 3rd, right here at I think 6:40 p.m. For our first road series against our division rival, the Los Angeles Angels. All right. See you later.